Hello BookTube, hello friends, welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and today I'd like to share with you my TBR for the Reading Rush. Now, as you can see, I am still coming to you from Emily's hospital room. We are down in rehab now, and I don't have quite the facilities that I had before. I don't have my computer here this week. There is not a lot of storage space, and so I don't even have as many books with me as I have had in the previous weeks that we've been here at the hospital. So I have only one physical book that's on my TBR for next week to show you, and I've actually, this is like the third time I've tried filming this, and I've tried showing books on my Kindle, and I know that you're not going to be able to see them. So I'm not even going to try to do that because it just takes extra time. So I'm just going to go through the challenges and tell you what I'm reading, and I'm probably not even going to be able to list them in the description. So I know this is really kind of stinky that I feel like, why even bother? But I just wanted to throw this out there. I am participating, and I want to tell you what I'm reading. Hopefully, during the week, I will do some other updates, and as I have more of the physical books with me, because I'm going to be going home in a couple of days, then if I can do some video updates throughout the week, I will have the physical books that I can show you. So we'll just hope and bank on that. So anyway, I also keep forgetting every time I film this video, I forget to tell you about the little guy over my shoulder. So last night I filmed my Friday Reads video here, and I did an update on how my daughter is doing. So I won't go into all that today. She's having a pretty good morning, and if you'd like to get an update on her condition, then check out my Friday Reads video from last night. But yesterday, the activities director gave her this little flamingo guy. It's a teeny beanie, and its name is Pinky. And there's a big utility hook here that you could hang something on, and I don't have anything hanging on it. And I just didn't want that big hook over my shoulder, so I asked Pinky to join me here in the video. And so that's why Pinky is there. So let's get started. Now, the Reading Rush is created and hosted by Ariel Bassett, and her friend Raylene is having a lot to do with it this year. I think they are kind of doing it together this year, and it starts on the 22nd. So I'm filming this right now on the 20th, which is Saturday. It starts on Monday, goes for 7 days through the 28th, I believe, and there's 7 challenges. There's a lot of prizes and everything going on, so just Google or go on YouTube and search the Reading Rush, because from right now, my limited filming ability, I'm not going to be able to put links in the descriptions for anything, and so I'm sorry, but it won't be hard to find 1,000,001 videos about the Reading Rush if you have not seen any other than mine, which I'm sure that is not the case with most of you. Most of you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you don't even need anything linked because you're already there. So let's get started. The first challenge is to read a book with purple on the cover, or a book with a purple cover, and I am going to read the 20th book in the Elm Creek Quilt series by Jennifer Chiaverini. It's called The Giving Quilt, and that is a book that I've been wanting to get to for a long time, and even more so now because there is a 21st book coming out in time for Christmas. I think it's called The Christmas Boutique, and so I need to get caught up with that series. Then another series that will actually finish a series for me, or at least catch me up. I think the series is still being written, and that is the novella that is part of the Amish Quilt Shop Mystery Series by Isabella Alan. The novella is called Plainly Murder, and I am going to purchase it on my Kindle, so I will be able to read that, and that is going to be a book that I read for challenge number 2, which is to read a book in the same spot. So I always like to pick my shortest book for any of these crazy challenges where you've got to, read a book wearing something for the whole time, or, in the dark or something, or outside or something like that. Wait, was that a challenge to read in the dark? Wouldn't that be something if you had to read a challenge, if you had to read a book all in the dark? That would be kind of hard. But I do have a reading lamp, so I could do that if that were a challenge. And so the third challenge is to read a book you meant to read last year. So I don't know if that means last year for Booktubeathon or just any book that you meant to read last year. And I have a couple of books that I meant to read for Booktubeathon last year, but those books I had already, before I even saw the challenges, I had kind of decided to put those on hold and not read those this year. One was Honey Grove by Janelle Dellen, because that's the start of a duology, and I didn't want to start any more duologies other than the ones that are on my 20 by 20 challenge. And then I also wanted to read the next misread book in the Thrush Green series, and I still have not read it yet. And now this year they are doing, on the Misread Along on Instagram, they're reading the first 6 books in the Fair Acre series starting this month. So that's kind of what I had already decided to do. So maybe I'll just go ahead and say, okay, last year I wanted to read the next misread book, which I wanted to read. And so now that the book has changed, the book I want to read has changed, but it's, you know, it's still the same type of book I wanted to read, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just, you know, count one of these other books, because actually The Giving Quilt I wanted to read last year, and several of the other books on my TBR are books that I wanted to read last year and I didn't get to them. So something will count for that challenge. We'll work it out. And then the 4th challenge is to read an author's debut novel. So right now I am hosting the House at Riverton as a read-along. This is Kate Morton's debut novel, and I am not anywhere near caught up with where I'm supposed to be. I just saw a notification from Melinda from Two Boys Scrappin' that she is all caught up. We are supposed to be all done but the last part by this point, by today, and I am still like in the 3rd part. So anyway, I'm behind. Definitely want to catch up in that. I have it on Audible. Now on Audible, the title is called The Shifting Fog. So if anything, I will get caught up with the Audible version, and then I'm still reading it in print though. I'm enjoying it. There's some little differences, so I'd like to kind of do both. And so then for the next challenge, it's to read a book with non-human main characters. So I'm going to read book 3 in the Nocturnal series by Tracey Hecht. This is a series I've talked about before on my channel, and I was originally given the first book on Audible couple of years ago from the publisher, and I thought it was such an adorable series that I have wanted to go ahead and continue reading more. And so book 3 is The Fallen Star, and that's what I'm going to read. It's about 3 nocturnal animals, and it's just super cute. Then challenge number 5. By the way, if I sound stuffed up, I don't have a cold, but to film this, I'm right in front of the window, and there is an air conditioner literally right here, and it's blowing cold air on me, and it's making me stuffed up. So book number 5, I'm sorry, challenge number 5 is the one I just did. Challenge number 6 is to read a book with 5 or more words in the title. So I'm reading or listening to a trilogy on Audible right now. It's on the Audible Escape package, which used to be the Audible Romance package, by Lisa Wingate. It's the Texas Hill Country series. Each book is centered in a different diner, and there is some crossover of characters. So I hurried up and listened to the 2nd book last week, because the 3rd book has an awesome title. I think there's 7 words in the title. Over the Moon at the Big Lizard Diner. Is that it? Yeah. Over the Moon at the Big Lizard Diner, which sounds awesome. Quirky, fun titles like that totally draw me in. So that's what I'm going to be listening to for that challenge. And then challenge number 7 this year for the first time is not to read 7 books, although that is a bonus challenge. But challenge number 7 is to read a book and watch the adaptation. So again, another book that I've been wanting to read for several years. I think it's the oldest book on my Goodreads TBR, and that's The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. So I have the audiobook checked out from the library right now, and I will watch the movie, maybe not this week, but I will watch it at some point in the near future. Probably if I can get the movie from my library, then I'll go ahead and check that out as well. So I've heard that both the movie and the book are really good, and I'm looking forward to reading that and watching that. So that's it for the 7 challenges. There's all kinds of fun things happening for the Reading Rush, and there's going to be videos every day. I'm just going to have to wait and see what they are and see if they're, you know, I might try to do any that I can do here from the hospital room. And if I can't, then I'm not going to worry about it, but I will enjoy watching other people's videos. And that's all I have for this video. I hope you are having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.